views, information, or opinions expressed during the Geeks Under the Influence podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of RVA Magazine, Loot Crate, amzn.to, or their employees. Listener discretion is advised. Fuck off if you don't like it.
Speaking about what we're talking about, that always kind of confused me about space pictures, where you look at movies where they're in space for like the entirety of their lives on a space station or something like that, and they're all really fit. I'm pretty sure zero gravity has something to do with like how your muscles react to things. There's movies about muscle atrophy in space and how you can't come back to Earth because you've now fucked yourself. Earth. That's a technical term. I'll explain it later.
Okay. Well, that's what I appreciate about Battlestar when you had that one episode where they flash forward to like a year later and the younger Adama's obviously gotten pudgy as shit. And it was like one of the first times you see him bad as shit.
Yeah.
No, I hate that. I hate that whole like weird. That was such a weird like story arc.
Where he just got fat.
He jumped rope for like 14 seconds and got thin.
Yeah, that's all you do.
What?
Yeah.
It's good.
It was in a montage. It was good.
No, that wasn't even a montage. He jumped rope and then it was like 3 months later and he's like, oh, good thing I'm thin again.
Well, it's the montage effect.
Yeah.
It happens in every movie. Sci-Fi is not the only one that does that. It's like the white guy who gets his ass kicked and then he goes to the Shaolin Temple and in 4 weeks he becomes a master, or he jumps rope for 20 seconds, you know.
Rocky 4, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no
Every Rocky.
Or Rocky 3 where he don't have to fight like a black dude. There's that whole thing. Basically.
I am strongly convinced that the 5'2" Italian could have taken the 6'3" black man who used to bodyguard for every. It's believable.
Or the fact that the 5'2" Italian took a roided out 6'4" Dolph Lundgren, angry Russian. Yeah.
No, but he had the power of
Apollo?
a black Uncle Sam.
Power of Black Uncle Sam.
Black boxer Uncle Sam in his corner.
Well, Dolph Lundgren, it's great that you bring him up because I'm going to relate it to the Johnny Mnemonic movie that he did an Oscar caliber performance in. Now, in Rocky, they just started going at it a couple of times. Stallone just said, "Just go ahead, hit me," you know. Apparently, Dolph Lundgren punctured his lung.
Really?
Yeah, they had to stop production for like 6 weeks because Dolph Lundgren just said, all right, you want this, you're going to get it. And he punctured Sylvester Stallone's lung. Skip ahead. Johnny Mnemonic, apparently Keanu Reeves was just learning Kung Fu. And he had the fight scene with Dolph Lundgren, and he said, let's just go at it. Dolph Lundgren is an Olympic-level Taekwondo expert. He was actually an alternate on the Olympic team in Taekwondo. Check out this man's stats.
He just went to acting after that?
Yeah.
For some reason?
Well, he also has a degree in
he's smart as shit.
Neuroscience. He speaks like 9 languages.
Yeah,
and
he's
shit.
weirdly smart.
You have a scene in Expendables, I think it's the second one or the third one, where they're talking about how Dolph Lundgren's character, it was the second one, he was a scientist and he just burnt out and that was kind of his real story.
Yeah.
Well, you look back to the original Punisher, where he actually created a theorem to cure cancer, but then all of a sudden the gangsters came in and prevented him from actually releasing.
I don't know if you're making that up or not. That's a sad thing.
I'm making that up.
That's a sad thing. Is I'm like, that might have happened in that first Punisher movie.
I mean, honestly, I think he had it all figured out with Universal Soldier. I mean, I'm just saying. He knew exactly what they were doing. He knew how to inject everything. He knew to keep them in lockers. And he needed raw meat. He knew everything. He knew all the science behind it.
Even in the first Punisher, where he has the cancer cure, still better than the Thomas Jane version. Just going to put that out there.
Because
No.
John Travolta
No.
was doing double work for. He played the same character in that and Swordfish. And there's just a little bit playing Nick Cage in Face Off. Like, it was just kind of a weird amalgamation. But we are not talking about John Travolta. We are not talking about necessarily Rocky. What we are talking about tonight is something that's more American than anything else, is unbelievably ridiculous sci-fi tropes in movies. So that's what we're talking about. It's a little bit different than our normal go-to, where we talk about a new movie coming out or a comic book company or anything like that. We're going to talk about the tropes that we love and hate in sci-fi movies moving forward. So thank you guys so much for joining us on another amazing episode of Geeks Under the Influence, and welcome.
Turned into the Muppet Show just now.
It's always the Muppet Show at Geeks Under the Influence. I am. This is going to be so much fun because different than some of our other episodes, I talked with the panelists about coming up with their personal favorite or most hated sci-fi tropes before we started. So every panelist on here has at least 3 tropes that is theirs, that they own, that they're going to talk about, that they're the champions of. And before we get into that, let's talk about who's on this panel. To the left of me is the host of the GY Precap that you can find every week on either late Sunday night or Monday morning. 5-minute little deal talking about the new movies coming out on DVD and Blu-ray, the new movies coming out in theaters, some of the stuff coming out on TV and books, comics, all that stuff. The Bruce is here.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us in this fun show. Oh, wait, I'm not doing mine. Okay, forget it.
No, you're not. You can still be from the future.
Oh,
if you
can I
like.
be? It's just a week, though.
Yeah, just
a week.
1 week in the future.
Hate to break your heart. Trump's still president. Damn it.
Why is that not a thing in a sci-fi trope where everyone in the future is like from the way future? It's not like from like 4 days in the future. Where it's just like, no, I know that you didn't ace that test. You know, like it's not where it's like super boring in the future.
Yeah, I would definitely love it if just once there was a movie where there was a time traveler back, like just 2 weeks. Like, hey, don't fuck her. She's crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Or, hey, don't fuck her. You'll get crabs.
Right. I traveled back in time to let you know, don't get in that 3-way because she's not going to, oh, my life
It's going to surprise you.
That could totally be an indie comedy as well. Like, it needs to happen. The gentleman talking next to the Bruce is a first-timer on Geeks Under the Influence, but a longtime friend, a person that actually got me into stand-up comedy years and years ago, the founder of 955 Club and a vaudevillian, comedian, actor extraordinaire, Mr. Ray Bullock.
And I will be sending the check payable to Mike Bickett after the show is over. Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. This
Absolutely,
is awesome.
man.
I've been wanting to do this for a while, really.
Well, and we haven't had a chance to really catch up in recent time. And God, I've known you for 12, 14 years at this point, something like that.
I still remember when you walked up to the 955 Club and it was like wearing a leather jacket with like 5 other dudes right behind you, all wearing the same leather jacket. And it's the first time I had booked you, too.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit, is this like Gangs of New York modern version? Or
I think, and this is definitely a time joke. We made a Black Donnelly's joke, I think, at the time.
Yeah, Black Donnelly's, yeah.
That one season show on NBC.
Say, yeah,
that's how long ago it was that was relevant back then.
Still long enough for me to remember you dressing up like one of the Twin Towers.
We're not going to talk about that.
The year it happened.
No, not the year it happened. It was a few years after it happened.
No, it was not.
I was not in Richmond in 2001. I was in Richmond in 2003, which is 2 years later.
Okay, yeah. It was still fresh.
I don't know if that's still safe.
No, I talked to Ray and I said it was my first headline show and it was on Halloween, and I went up to Ray and I said, hey, here's what I'm thinking of doing. And laid it out, and he was like, I mean, you do you, man, but you're probably going to get your ass kicked after the set. So I went up on stage with like a sandwich board Twin Tower, and I was like, hey, how's it going? And my boss at the time came up behind the picture window right behind the stage, dressed as the other tower, and knocked on the window like, sorry, I'm late. And then I was like, oh, this is Bjorn. Like he's running a little late, but he's got the other tower. He's just gonna hang out. And as I'm explaining that, his roommate dressed as a plane tackled him. And then I went, oh no, not again, and ran outside and then did like a flying drop. And then we proceeded to like straight up wrestling style rip the plane apart and like curb stomp him. We actually bruised his ribs because we got too into it. And ran inside and went, USA, USA. And it's like 9/11 Part 2, World Trade Center's revenge. What? And the crowd roared.
I thought this is going to go one of two ways. Either it's going to be epic and wonderful and we're all going to bond, or Mike's head would be on a pike.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that it went the way that it did. Because fuck.
Yeah, that could have been really bad for you.
Because I think I also told you, I was like, if it goes bad, you're on your own, bruh.
And fair.
But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go
No,
down that
comedians aren't known for their fighting skills, so I'd see Ray being like, you stop it. Just get off of him, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all the work.
Fun stuff.
Next to Mr. Bullock is a regular on Geeks Under the Influence. The Fuck You Hunter is here.
What's up, bitches?
He doesn't hunt fuck yous. His name is Hunter, and fuck him.
Somehow I just got tagged with "fuck you" early on.
Oh no, you had
Grade school.
It's
wasn't
so
it?
mysterious way. I don't know.
I'm not going
so.
into that. Listeners, look at some old episodes.
Yeah,
Be all right.
Yeah, definitely. Hunter,
Dick.
thank you for joining us. I know you are a big bastion of sci-fi films, so
Love 'em.
you're going to bring plenty to the table. Speaking of the table, the man as big as a table, the roid rage motherfucker,
You're just trying to get him angry.
trying to.
You know, it's the love and respect for everyone that brought me here today.
Yeah,
No
absolutely.
shit.
You know he's gonna have to talk about you in a second.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
I got nothing.
God.
I don't care enough.
Mr. Lowdown Brown MacGyver's here.
What's up, guys?
You just got a new car.
I did.
It is a pretty car.
It is.
It is a gremlin.
What the
That is the only time that sentence will ever be uttered.
And it might still have wheels on it when you go out.
Right?
It's a VW thing.
fucking gremlin? The fuck?
Now you got a nice little I have a stepdaughter car.
I still want to be masculine.
Roomy seats and area control on the AC. Apparently
And
as
area
well.
control on everything.
Yeah,
Got the tech package, bro.
bruh.
Bruh.
Did you bra me?
I did bra you.
Oh,
Sorry, bra.
Jesus Christ, dude!
Yeah.
It is a sexy ass car. I'm waiting for the moment that you get your first ding in that car with a shopping cart or whatever, just to hear the tirade on the podcast.
Well, you won't hear that because if I happen to see it happen, I'll be in jail.
Just don't go to the parking lot at Trader Joe's because that shit is fire. Like the grocery store is great. The parking lot is fucking Armageddon.
Anywhere in Short Pump.
Because
I
it's
think.
too cramped.
Yeah.
They cram too much fucking shit in that shitty ass space in that shitty ass area of town.
I would actually say watch out for the Banditos parking
Oh
lot.
yeah,
where
fuck,
they made
fuck
the
that.
lines.
Fuck that.
Like
No.
they made them to
No.
fuck with you, where you're in the lines and yet you still can't get out of your.
I'm
fucking
all about
car.
parking on the street. Fuck that.
I'm all about not going to Banditos.
Sorry you had bad taste? Oh, sorry.
No,
There's street parking.
No, last time I went to Banditos, I ended up having to choke someone out in the parking lot.
Oh,
so
good.
It's not a place
Alright.
I go
See,
to.
that would be a good ending for a night for me.
This
Top 5.
and that is why Lowdown is the angry man of the podcast. But yes,
Yeah.
Banditos has the funhouse mirrors of parking
Yeah.
spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun house mirrors.
Dude.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And so there's this asshole who bought some shit and started some shit, and this is the
Fuck
Hobbit.
with them more,
and-
man.
I like that. That's the only reason that I'm even legitimate in any stretch is that I
Exactly.
bought the microphone.
He's got the
Like, that's-
equipment, so we're friends with him.
And now you know how 955 Club was born. I bought a microphone so I could tell comedy now. That's how it happened.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is that you
Yeah.
start something and you do it long enough, then and I mean like 4 people get interested.
I buy the microphones. I get to tell the dick jokes.
Exactly.
And I want more people to hear my dick jokes. I bought an amplifier too.
There we go.
There you are. There you
Just
are.
get more people.
More than just the front row. You get like
You're doing time at
second,
955 Club this month. 10 minutes. We'll get you 10.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks.
I'm gonna be like, so penises are weird, and then
Yeah, right.
let's talk about that for 10
Speaking of
minutes.
things that look like they're sci-fi,
Yeah, right. Ooh,
especially if they're uncircumcised, you Gentiles.
I've seen a few in my day. I mean, no.
Oh, wait. You've seen a few. And you
Look, let's carry on
All right.
into our sponsors.
Perfect time.
Hey, Amazon, these are the jokes we're telling.
Amazon.com. Let me tell you about Amazon.com. All these microphones that I purchased so that I could have friends, I bought through Amazon.com. If you can help out this podcast by doing the same, just by going to GUIPodcast.com, click on the link on the front page or through our friends and sponsors page, and bookmark. Anything you buy through that link, we get a little bit of a cut from it. So you spend the same amount of money on Amazon, but you're helping out one of your favorite podcasts at the same time. Easy peasy.
Japanese.
Lemon
No,
squeezy?
Don't be
no,
racist, dude.
we're past Japanese.
That's on Shawshank Redemption. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, because the 1920s were known for
Cultural sensitivity.
It was Shawshank Redemption. It wasn't racist. It was the 1920s, and they had one black prisoner. You tell me what was racist.
Name Red. Name Red. Name Red.
You know who has cultural sensitivity? Loot Crate. Loot Crate has cultural sensitivity.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Way
trying.
to spin that one right around.
I'm trying to get my segues where I can. Loot Crate is also a sponsor of Geeks Under the Influence. If you go through the link on our friends and sponsors page, to lootcrate.com. You can sign up for a monthly subscription crate that we were fans of before it even sponsored the podcast. It's absolutely a blast.
I actually judge my friends by their Loot Crate gatherings. As soon as I came in and sat down here in the studio, I think one of the first things I said is like, I see you, Mike, and I get the same Loot Crate. That's nice.
Pretty much.
That's nice.
But
Loot
honestly,
Crate is awesome.
Loot Crate is fantastic. There's almost always a T-shirt, which that alone is almost the cost of the crate itself.
Yeah.
And then
sweet.
There's Funko Pop figures or Q figures or there's a pin in every box. There's patches and comic books, all sorts of cool shit. This month, for the month of July, animation is the theme with stuff from Ninja Turtles, Bob's Burgers, Rick and fucking Morty, which on July 30th, July 30th starts season 3?
Yeah.
Season 3. I'm so excited. And Futurama as well in this box. So it's normally around $20, but you can save $3 on your first crate by when you sign up using Save 3 when you check out. Just make sure you go through the link at gypodcast.com so we can get credit.
It'll be officially a year that I've had Loot Crate, specifically because last year when they did the Rick and Morty and Futurama, I was like, all right, this is the best starting off point. Yeah, I was like,
they
okay.
did this one last year?
What's that?
They did an animation one last year with the same.
I believe it was July. So
nice.
Yeah. So I know that
was probably
just
the
about
last
a year.
season when it was starting or something.
Yeah, well, I think they have it planned out month-wise. Like October is always the horror crate. That's where I get my Freddy.
Yeah,
you know, the whole nine. Animation is July is always animation.
I think they got lucky with the Rick and Morty because they just announced that it's premiering.
They
at the end
really
of July.
did. But speaking of Rick and Morty, talk about a show that understands sci-fi tropes. I mean, it knows every trope.
They
and
flick off and
it leans in so hard on every trope. I mean, it's basically alcoholic Back to the Future.
Yep.
With a little Doctor Who thrown in for good measure.
Yep.
So my son has seen every episode of Rick and Morty. And this is going to sound weird, but just watch Back to the Future. So watching Rick and Morty first and then watching Back to the Future, and he's like, oh, shit. Like the reverse way of everybody else that's seen Back to the Future first and then Rick and Morty. So it's an interesting scenario.
True story about Rick and Morty and Back to the Future. Rick and Morty is just based on Christopher Lloyd's life. They just followed him around and wrote down whatever he said for Rick and Morty. That's where the writers get the ideas. This is true. True facts.
You can kind of see that, actually.
That's a GUI fact.
Yeah, GUI fact.
We haven't done that in a while.
Drop now.
No, it's a running joke, but I can do Hans Zimmer. I would like on this orchestration here. Christopher Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Christopher Lloyd, is
running fucking train on Back to the Future.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, let's talk about actually.
Anyhow,
You're in charge. Let's keep this going.
Topic?
God, I don't ever want to hear that I'm in charge. But
you got the board.
what we were talking about tonight is sci-fi tropes. Now, this kind of leans a little bit on cliches as well, but what it is just stuff that you always see and you've come to accept in sci-fi movies and TV shows and comic books and books, stuff that you just don't even think twice about half the time, and stuff that maybe you should. And the best way to start it off, Bruce.
Okay, we'll go.
We'll go clockwise with it.
Sure.
You've got a couple here. What do you want to?
Well, the first one I've got is Aliens. The uglier, the more evil. You actually wrote down eviler.
I said eviler.
Eviler.
I like to.
The more evil they are. Anytime you're gonna see the hero, which is always the Caucasian American with the gun and maybe some people behind them, it goes into the uglier the son of a bitch is, the more I just dropped down completely, didn't I? The uglier this person is, the more evil they're going to be, and it just keeps going up from there. You just level and level and level and level.
Now, the one caveat that I have there, and I agree with you very much on this point, that aliens, the uglier, the more eviler, and I appreciate that you said eviler, even though I was the one that wrote it down that way.
Yeah.
The one difference on that is age. You're looking at like Star Wars with Yoda, who's ugly and old, but he's like basically old. He's adorable in the prequels. As much as those suck, he's adorable as a younger Yoda. He's like this sweet little thing that you just want to pick up and you want to put him in your little purse. And
I mean, I think one of the best examples of that is Galaxy Quest, where all the in the forum they have like the good aliens,
Yeah.
like all right, and then you get to the bad guy and he looks ugly as shit. You know?
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But also in the Galaxy Quest line, I love the whole aspect of like, oh yeah, they're cute now, but in a little bit they're going to be ferocious and terrifying and try to kill us.
Well, and then an example to Bruce's side is that you're looking at the Star Trek remake in 2009, and the Romulans look like they should be at a drum circle at a tattoo convention. I mean, it's like they look fucking terrible. And you got Eric Bana, who's a handsome dude. He is a sexy man. Have you seen Munich? Holy shit. Oh, he's like a spy. He's like a Jewish spy.
Are we going back to knocked up law dialogue?
I feel like we're heading into a different type of podcast
Yeah,
where
that's
the Hobbit reveals something he's been hiding for years.
His man crush is in knocked up. So
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fair.
my man crush is not Eric Bana. It's as Ray is a new timer on here. Jay Baruchel is my man crush.
That's fair. That's fair.
Something
Fair.
about-
How the
That's
fuck?
fair.
Oh, God, that's two of them now.
Something about a concave chest with a Canadian flag tattoo. That does it for me.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I like the idea of being with somebody. If I don't make them orgasm, they will cut me in my sleep, and he has that look about him.
Oh, he's
No, he
got the
doesn't.
crazy eyes.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
I must have
William
missed
Dafoe
something.
has
Yeah.
that.
I must admit. Yeah. Willem Dafoe has that. I'm missing something with this fucker because I don't see that at all.
Willem Dafoe looks like he aborts babies for fun.
Yeah. With his like tongue. He just gets it in there and rips the baby
He's
out.
just like, let's get in there.
William Dafoe, you have that. You know he's crazy. Over on the other side, you have that. They could be crazy, or they just could be a little fucked up. That's kind of scary and exciting all at the same time.
you mean
So you're talking about Willem Dafoe on both counts? Because Jay Baruchel doesn't have that.
He does, though.
No, he doesn't. All I look at him and I see a little bitch. I don't. That's it. That is it.
Just
Do you
because he
even live,
doesn't. Just because he doesn't
No,
lift.
it has
bro.
nothing to do about that. There's nothing to do about that. I can literally look at him as like I just want to step on you. That's literally what I think of when I see him.
I'm gonna step on you.
Okay, technically, how far are we into the show before we're having a goddamn Jay Baruchel fight again?
He's got a good point.
He really just
He's
wants
got a
Jay
point.
Baruchel dressed up in as fucking Squirrel Girl, and that would be his like perfect porn.
I got a chub right now. I'm not
Seriously.
gonna lie
Yeah,
about
don't-
it.
Jesus
Don't-
Christ.
Don't tease me with that
It
shit.
went from 6 to midnight in my pants.
See,
I'm not even gonna front.
Ray, you're welcome
we're-
on
we're
anytime.
together on
like
that.
we're
Yeah,
good.
it's a
Yeah,
thing,
we're
yeah.
good. We're gonna double team Jay Baruchel, Squirrel Girl.
We're gonna stuff him like we bought him at Build-A-Bear.
We're gonna fill his
All
mouth
right.
with so many nuts. He's gonna be ready for winter.
I don't know how to clean the inside of my head out, but y'all just fucked it up. All right, like seriously.
Every single time you squeeze his hand, he's just
All right,
gonna
we're like-
say yes, mister.
We're like 20 minutes into the podcast. All right, here we
All
go.
right. All right. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Bruce does bring up a good point with the ugly aliens. That's pretty much a standard thing. The only caveat aside from old is Farscape.
Yeah.
But part of that is that Jim Henson's Creature Workshop was majorly a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And but it was like a pug where it was like really cute ugly.
which is so fucked up it looked adorable.
like Labyrinth. All the
Yeah.
ugly characters were still adorable as shit. So
Well, there were Muppets, that's kind of how it works.
that's kind of how that goes, yeah. But yeah, that's a regular.
I disagree with the Muppet thing. Like, dude, the Dark Crystal, those
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
bird things
The-
were disgusting.
Sketchies.
the one
Oh.
thing that proves the rule. Is the one exception that proves
exception.
the
Or
rule.
those
the
big
role.
beetles.
Dark Crystal's made just to fuck with kids at that age.
Seriously, man.
Honestly.
Or apparently just Lowdown.
Yeah.
The movie's fucking gross.
I think
I love
Jim
it,
Henson had his Bob Saget moment with the Dark Crystal. He was like, I've done this family shit for so long. I'm going to fuck with all of you now.
Decided to do the
Star Wars.
Aristocrats. It's Jim Henson's Rich Cats.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, a carryover from that, a regular trope in sci-fi is that all the good characters tend to be bipedal. They're humanoid in some way, shape, or another. If you're a bad guy, there tends to be a little bit of a looser term on humanoid used, like Jabba the Hutt and so many others. Pizza the Hutt, I guess, also. But it also goes into intelligence as well. Bipedal species in sci-fi tend to be the smart ones, unless you're super smart, and then you're like a little floaty cloud, like blinky creature, ethereal thing that is basically a god species, which you've seen in so many things.
Yeah, like Arrival.
Arrival.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very floaty, like octopusy thing
Well,
that, like,
well, that's a kind
not
of
humanoid.
Lovecrafty.
Yeah,
Lovecraftian
Lovecraftian
a little bit.
almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
But like friendly Cthulhu.
yeah.
Like-
they were there to
Like that's a Cthulhu I would get a beer with.
like you felt bad when one of them died. Spoiler. Remember, you're like he went to, what do they call it? Like sleep. He went to the sleep or something.
Valhalla, I think.
Yeah,
is
he
what
went to
they-
Valhalla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Octopus Valhalla.
But
It's
you
a
felt,
different
but I
one.
mean, you felt bad that he died.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
You're like, and you're an alien that I should not give a shit about because you're a weird looking.
Well, and at Star Trek, there's been multiple versions of the weird, blinky, floaty god alien in all the Star Treks. That's been a regular thing. I think, what was it? The one with like Spock's like step brother or something.
The Undiscovered Country.
The Undiscovered Country,
Yeah,
where there
that's
was like
horrible.
a crystal
That's Final
alien
Frontier.
thing. Yeah,
No,
that's
yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Final Frontier.
because
Final
I don't
Frontier, you're
ever
right, right,
have
right.
to
I'm
see
sorry.
that
I apologize.
piece of shit movie ever again.
Oh god.
what about the weird octopus like fucking Simpson aliens? You know?
Oh,
They're
Kang and Kronos.
Yeah, King
Yeah, but they're
Kronos.
funny, so that trumps.
Also,
They're
don't
drooly.
Yeah, but back to the whole humanoid aspect, sci-fi movie, the remake of Enemy Mine, the Louis Gossett Jr. Quaid movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Louis Gossett. Well, first of all, it's a black actor. That's the enemy. So racist. But also the fact that it was obviously the ugliness of the character that
was
made
a
him evil.
sci-fi blaxploitation film where
pretty
you
much.
come to find out that he's not the enemy at all.
Exactly. But yeah, I
That's
get
a
what you're saying.
super underappreciated movie.
I agree.
Enemy
Yes.
Mine is so fucking good.
Oh yeah, especially
With-
with the little kid when you first see him. And spoilers, by the way. Fuck it. If you haven't seen Enemy Mine by now, fuck
They've
off.
had enough time, man. It's back from the 80s.
Movie's
Yeah,
40
that,
years old.
that was
and
like
shit.
88 or 91. It was somewhere in that little.
Well,
yeah.
like when the little kid is like trapped underneath the grate, you tear up a little bit. You just have to.
And fuck your Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we got no problems, Bruce.
Yeah.
You and me, we're cool.
Also, it's great to see a good showing from the less crazier of the Quaids.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Fun fact: Randy Quaid actually became the alien from The
Yeah.
Simpsons. So
Could you imagine? Imagine Randy Quaid in any of his brother's movies?
No.
That'd be amazing.
No.
Randy Quaid in Inner Space. Come on, dude. Be
Oh.
amazing.
Imagine if Randy Quaid created a YouTube channel where he just did dialogue from his brother's movies, he would be a millionaire. It
True.
would be so good. And be like, and by the way, there's a Hollywood mafia and they're coming to kill me at the end of every episode.
He would have to do it in a Rupert Murdoch mask the entire time.
Yes.
Did he take his Independence Day character so seriously and just ran with it after that? Because
No shit.
in that movie, he's batshit crazy.
Yes.
As opposed to now where he's batshit crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like,
And who's his wife? He's got some bitch in tow with him too, going ape shit.
well, yeah, that's who he's fucking with the Rupert
Yeah.
mask on,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
wife.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so the world knows his wife. That's the way to introduce her.
Actually, during the filming of Independence Day, Randy Quaid had no idea they were making a film. He just walked
No
around.
true facts.
They just gave him a little flask of Rumple Mints and went, on your way.
Just improvise all your dialogue. We'll be cool.
Oh my god.
All right, Ray, you have a couple ideas on some sci-fi tropes. What do you got for us?
No one ever listens to The Scientist.
That is super true. And
Yeah,
normally it's government officials. Those are the ones that are just like, whatever. I know you are the basically the guy we should listen to,
Yeah.
but meh.
Yeah.
Science is dumb.
Yeah, pretty much what I'm trying to say here. Every single sci-fi film was just predicting the Trump presidency.
Yes. Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
No
That's true.
shit.
I think as much as I'm not necessarily, speaking of the Quaids,
Yeah,
a big
right.
fan of this film, but it really embodies this trope is Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where at the beginning was like, this could happen any day. And they're like, you're crazy. And then he's like, it's happening right now. And they're like, you're crazy. And it's like, America's frozen. And they're like, okay, I'm listening.
Yes, exactly.
What can
exactly.
we do?
Jeff Goldblum in Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same deal.
Yeah.
Same
Jeff
deal.
Goldblum almost in every movie he's in. Where he's a
Jurassic
scientist.
Park.
Jurassic
Seriously,
Park.
dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna happen. No, shut up. Yeah, it can't happen.
Remade with Keanu Reeves. Giant spaceship. Giant. What shit? I can't find that.
Day of the Earth Stands Still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
remake.
right,
That was a
right.
really bad movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the remake.
Yep.
The remake,
remake.
was horrible.
Yeah,
no,
no,
the
no.
OG is amazing.
The OG, if
I love it.
I know we have some younger listeners that maybe not have not given a chance to the original Day the Earth Stood Still, maybe based on the terrible CGI. in the remake, but the original, if you can deal with black and white movies, is unbelievable and well before its time. It talks really about paying attention to the earth you're living on and maybe taking care of it a little bit.
So it's very relevant.
Yeah.
I think there's a sci-fi rule as far as I live my life. If there is a remake of a sci-fi film, watch the original sci-fi film and do not watch the remake because it's going to suck.
War of the Worlds.
Yep. Yeah. Oh God.
Which hurts because it's Spielberg, man.
yeah.
It was so
And Spielberg-
fucking bad.
Like I'm not like some hipster fucking movie fan. I love independent, weird, hard to find movies, but Spielberg is Spielberg, man.
Yeah.
He made Jaws.
But he made that shitty remake.
Yeah.
I will watch the bullshit made for TV remake miniseries that came out in the late 80s before I watch that shit.
I do appreciate that was the movie that after Tim Robbins won the Oscar for playing a bat like a crazy fuckhead, went into that movie to play a crazy fuckhead, like just kind of
But
follow
different.
the character from Mystic
Different.
River. Pretty, yeah, but
Yeah,
one was molested, one's just fucked up by the aliens. All right, so
Spielberg, we were just
Bro.
talking about Spielberg before
Hey.
the podcast, but he has his faults. He also executive produced Howard the Duck, for crying out loud. You know, the man sometimes does not think clearly.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
where's Kyle to defend that movie?
So it's like we have a good-looking alien and a shitty-looking alien in that movie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. True.
Which
True.
one's more evil?
Oh, the evil one is the uglier.
Uglier,
one.
yeah.
Because the adorable duck is the nice one, kind of.
I just
He
see
bangs
bad-
Leah
I just see-
Thompson. Come on.
Yeah.
I just see bad tit or duck tits every time I see that. so.
Nothing like adorable bestiality.
I'm just saying-
It's so
Hey,
good.
dude. I'm
Best
down.
food in the world is duck breast. I'm just gonna. You don't know love until you've had one in your mouth.
Well, Leah Thompson knows all
Them
about that.
titties.
Yeah.
Little Peking duck.
Yeah. She Pekinged his duck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, don't talk about duck sex. It's foul.
Oh,
And your mic went off. Sorry.
Why does he beat you? Why does he beat you? He
to
wins.
be fair, Ray's been doing dad jokes longer and harder than I ever have. So,
So he just called you old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am. I'm fine with that.
yeah. Hunter, you got a couple choice caveats on
Do you?
sci-fi tropes.
Yeah, I forgot.
He turned them in late, so
Okay,
they
all
didn't
right.
make the list.
My homework got delayed. No, the main first one I have is pretty much just the main bad guy is in a lot of sci-fi movies or TV shows is big government or big corporation. You know, aliens, Firefly. Like you have your like Vader or people like that, but they're working for the fucking man, pretty much.
Yeah.
So-
That's not a trope. That's just life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
just-
I'm just saying that's always there's a company or a government behind your main bad guy.
I think that what that comes from is well beyond what we're dealing with, like currently. What it comes from is that any kind of creative person looks at the totalitarian government as basically the ultimate oppressor for art. So you're looking at writers and directors and actors. The enemy is suppressing ideas and beliefs and behavior.
That's because it all goes back to the school days, man. The creative type. Oh, he's weird. He's creating shit. Oh, the person's in the upper echelon. Fuck you. I'm the jock. I'll kick the shit out of you. He becomes like the government. It dates back. All sci-fi writers were the geeks in school, so anybody that was above them is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's how the Libertarian Party was born.
Fair enough.
It makes you question like Ripley from the first Alien movie to the second one, where she gets fucked over pretty much by the big company with Ash trying to fucking kill her, do whatever to contain this, xenomorph, and then she trusts them to go back to the planet. And what happens? The company representative Burke fucks her over. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, I now want to see somebody like superimpose Bernie Sanders' face onto Ripley for the first two Alien movies.
And like what Michael.
'Cause, I mean, to be serious.
So Michael Biehn just he's like Hillary. They just put Hillary's face over Michael Bihn's face.
I would
like
actually-
aliens.
No, Michael Biehn is Tim Kaine being like, "Game over, man. Game over."
No, that's not Michael Biehn.
Or when the xenomorph pops out and the mouth comes out, Trump. Trump. Trump.
I would actually rather see John Hurt's face on super Bernie Sanders on top of John Hurt, because I think that would be a much better.
Oh yeah.
And then Hillary pops out.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
I'd say Trump's head pops out of there. So
Got a
Hello,
little
my
tongue
baby.
tied
Hello,
there.
my
Sorry,
darling.
guys. Hello.
Hello, my baby.
Wait, is Ted Cruz like Tom Skerritt? Like,
Yeah.
That is definitely a regular thing, especially in multi like galaxial sci-fi films where you're looking at like Firefly and Star Wars and Alien, where by the end of the run of the Alien movies of that timeline, Weyland-Yutani basically is the government. At that point, if you're looking at Alien Resurrection, there's no governments anymore. Corporations run shit, as said in Fight Club, where there's the moon of Starbucks and shit. Like that's what it's become.
one of my favorite lines in Aliens is when Ripley's talking to Burke. She's like, "I don't know who's worse, them or us. You don't see them fucking at each other for a percentage point." Like where she's pretty much saying like, "Y'all don't give a fuck about anybody's safety as long as you're making the bottom dollar."
Yeah.
I don't know if that relates to anything today, but.
oh no, not at all.
No,
Not at all.
Just go to the doctor and spend
Or
$80
anything
$80.
before. I mean, anything before that, maybe. Like America for the last 70 years. Just saying.
And that's how the
Sorry.
Libertarian Party was born.
I see a theme.
That's closely going to be the name of this episode. So. But that's kind of what I love about sci-fi films in general is that they always tend to be, even more so than horror, although a number of horror films have done this too, it's kind of an analogy to what we're dealing with. It's talking about government, it's talking about social issues, it's talking about stuff that we're dealing with now, but in such a futuristic or bizarre way that you're able to accept it without being like, no, but that's against my political ideology. No, you're enjoying it as a film, and then it kind of like infects you with its ideas.
Yeah, because the only difference is they put it in space. It's like same shit that's going on that I'm living with every day, but they put it in space, so it actually makes it enjoyable.
I'm going to say two words that are going to haunt you. Space Trump.
And a chill filled the room.
Moving on.
Thank you for listening to Geeks Under the Influence.
All of us are now on a watch list.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna worship Lord Cthulhu over here.
Yeah.
Fucking seriously.
Still better than Trump. All
No
right, so
shit.
the next one up, Lowdown. You are the next one on the list.
All right, I'm gonna lighten up a bit because that was just heavy as fuck.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Heavy. What is something wrong with it? Never mind.
Well done.
I like how you think.
Yeah, it's good.
But I'm gonna skip down to the bottom too because I always thought this was funny more so than anything else. Why the fuck, if we're in the future, when in present day we can just literally hone on to something and it's being driven by a dude in a fucking room hundreds of miles away, but yet Luke Skywalker in Star Wars literally took him like 5 tries to like lock onto a bullshit spaceship in front of him to blow it up.
Snapchat knows where my mouth is to put a dog tongue in it.
Thank you.
So that I can send it to my friends. And Luke fucking Skywalker has trouble
has a
without the
joystick.
use of the Force to get a hole that's as big as a fucking womp rat back home.
Point of order.
Okay.
It was a long, long time ago.
Oh, piss off. Okay, well, let's see what other space movies.
Yeah, like in the future, it's going to be like PSC pre-Snapchat and post-Snapchat. Is going to be the.
Notice how in all sci-fi films there is no Snapchat because it's a utopian society.
Oh, fair.
Is that's your answer for it? It's just utopian.
Star Wars is.
No, it's not.
It is too. It's great. It's
No,
wonderful.
Tatooine was utopian, but not every. Cloud City wasn't utopian.
It was too.
Dystopian,
after they
excuse
got,
me.
After
It was
they got the
utopian.
Imperial.
Cloud City was utopian, not dystopian.
Tatooine was dystopian as shit.
Tatooine. I said Cloud City was
In Tatooine,
utopian.
I expected Mad Max to show up any second.
Yeah, I said Cloud City
And for
was
some
dystopian.
of us, that's our utopia.
Christ.
Oh my God! Could you imagine like a special director's cut where like Mad Max or fucking Furiosa rolls up, like or you just see her in the distance as they're looking over on the city, like never has there been a bigger town of like fucking assholes, and then you see Furiosa driving past it.
The greatest cutscene would be, how when the new Mad Max remake starts, and he's just like looking. He's out of the car and he's just like looking in the distance, and like they just cut where it's like him looking at like Luke coming back and seeing his parents park. He's like, "Yeah, I could have stopped that," and then drives away. And then drives away.
What's the last Mad Max movie? The main bad guy that I'm drawing a blank on.
Oh God.
the same bad guy.
Who says that isn't Trump, by the way?
St. Joe.
Like,
Oh, Joe, Immortan Joe.
Immortal Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Immortan
Who says
Joe.
that isn't a Trump analogy now? If you look back at it,
I have seen pictures where those two have been mashed up in a costume.
Pretty close.
In a costume, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen this photo of him playing tennis? They're pretty close
Yeah.
in the size.
All right,
so.
politics.
Whatever, dude.
Apologize.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to get away from politics when we're talking sci-fi because it's so ingrained in sci-fi.
True.
Which brings me to my next thing here. Not nearly enough sex robots.
Again, James Gunn though.
No, and we talked about this, but basically in the future there's androids everywhere. There's androids all over the place. There's robots all over the place, but nobody's fucking them. Except
robot.
Well, let's give an example of an example of a robot that did get the sex. Data from Star Trek. That what's her face?
Yar.
Tasha Yar fucked Data. But
No. Data fucked Tasha.
Okay.
Yar.
Oh,
Well-
no. She was in charge. She was on top. You know that was happening.
Data's a butch.
Data was like, I got a very specific set of skills, and then just like laid it down,
Programmed.
just
He's a
laid it down.
Sibian.
But here's the thing: on a voyage as long as the Enterprise, where you got to worry about like fucking your superior or inferior officer and all that stuff, Data would have gotten deep dicked by every single fucking person on that spaceship. Not just Tasha Yar. Tasha Yar took the first dick. But Picard, Riker, Troy, fucking Whoopi would have taken some Data dick, no problem on that long fucking voyage because there's no problems. He's the cool hookup friend, like the Tinder hookup. That's not going to be weird about like, you haven't called me in a few days. He's a fucking android. He's cool.
Well, you just
It's not
take
gonna
the
be an
chip
issue.
out if he started pestering you.
Yeah.
I don't care if anybody says this is sci-fi as fuck, but Westworld,
Oh yeah,
they were all about getting fucked.
Yeah.
That's what their purpose was.
that's pretty much dying and fucking.
I'm saying there are sex robots, just not enough.
But that's
sex
opening
robots.
up the gate. James Gunn with a whole planet, Westworld with a whole fucking created world of just vagina. Like literally, it was just you could do whatever you wanted to it. You do whatever you want to it.
That's the Showtime after hours, like Vagina World.
Yeah.
Vagina world.
It's like seriously, do what you want.
But back to the Data point.
Yeah,
Perfect person to have on a ship, especially for a sex robot, because it must be like a senior center, with those many people together. After a while, the space clap is just going to be everywhere. Data's an android. He doesn't get crabs. He doesn't get any venereal disease. That's the person you go to for some good fucking.
I got some tribbles in my crotch.
Also,
Crotch tribbles.
And I'm sorry, my brain went here.
Ew.
You're talking about sex robots and the Mad Max thing here, and I don't know why my brain just went to the Star Wars thing. I'm sorry, Charlize Theron making out with Slave Leia. Who doesn't want to see that? Might be misogynistic, might be whatever.
that's
I
not
might
a
get in
sex
trouble for
robot.
it, but I want to
That's
see
not.
that.
That's two empowered, awesome, fucking
Yes.
independent women
Yes.
running fucking train on each other. I'm down.
Scissor
like
baby.
ass to ass.
about.
Scissor.
Like I want to just like no look air 5 a lesbian as we're watching that together.
Yes.
Like just like
Yes.
yep, no, I'm there too. It's fine.
Yeah, okay,
Yay.
cool. Just want to make sure I wasn't the only one.
No.
But just talking about sex robot to go back to Rick and Morty. Like if everybody's seen that episode where Morty's just they're at the pawn shop and he's like, I really would like this to remember you by, and all he just wants to do is fuck a sex robot for like the rest of the time.
How do you know there's not all the extra sex robots? I mean, aren't you fighting for something?
Because no, here's the thing: in a sci-fi movie, if there's sex robots, they're not keeping those off screen.
Yes, they are.
No, they're super not. They're gonna be like, no, Battlestar fucking Galactica. Tell me, they find out that this specific model is a Cylon. Do you think that they're not finding every model of that and tying it down and be like, you're now our sex slave?
They did. They did that with
Six.
With
With one of the sixes.
One of the sixes
Yeah,
that was on
on
Pegasus.
Yeah.
They ran a train on her.
No, but like every single one of them is like, you're not a real person. Wee. Like,
Serenity. Firefly. They had the sex robot. Mr. Universe married his sex robot.
he did.
oh yeah.
Holy shit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like a baby. A hungry, angry baby.
But here's what I'm talking about is that like we have not anywhere near the potential of sex robots currently. There's real dolls that all they do is, if it's mechanized at all, it's just like, hello, how are you? Like a bad kung fu movie.
Oh, that would be so freaky though, man. Like,
But
It might be somebody's fetish to have sex with somebody who resembles a stroke victim periodically.
I mean, and you know what? Don't shit on the fetish. Like, you guys live your dream.
Exactly.
But we are even minimally into the sex doll and robot industry. And people are like, yeah, just more. Just give us... people are fucking flashlights. Like, that's where we're at right now.
Women are fucking...
We're not even at robot level. There are flashlights you can fuck, and people are like, cool, flashlights. I love a mag light. Let me fuck it. Like, that's where we're at. You tell me in the future, if you have real life robots that can carry on conversations and everything, they wouldn't be just the thing, just rolling around. Like, tell me that Decker in Blade Runner didn't rail the fuck out of Daryl Hannah off screen.
Oh, he railed the fuck out of her, but I got an answer for that, why there's not many sex. A lot of the people that are in the sci-fi films, like your Serenities and all that, they're the poorer end. They're not the well-to-do.
They can't afford.
Exactly. Yeah. Fleshlight, $5.99, robot, $5,000. Which one are you putting your dick in?
He makes a good point.
Just saying, man. Economics.
You know what's cheaper? Charm.
Yeah.
For some people.
For some people, yeah.
It's true.
But other people, it costs a drink at a time.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
And you're flying around, you got people chasing, you got bounty hunters after you. You don't have time to woo.
No wooing.
I'm just saying.
No.
Sometimes you just got to get a thing of cardboard tubing and some space baloney and light that shit up.
the fuck?
The plus side of the plus side of space baloney, though, is that it's got a little bit more viscous than Earth baloney.
It's true.
So
It's
it's got a little bit more movement on it. Yeah,
exactly. And on that note, but also when you're done, you don't have to buy food for the Wookiee. So it's
true.
Thank you, Greg Schmidt. Greg Schmidt,
And on that note, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what we are drinking and get into making a drunken scene and more sci-fi tropes. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Yay.
Watching the GUI podcast. This is Nick from Instant Replay Live. I get plugged here a lot, and I'm being allowed to do it myself this time. I'm going to plug myself as much as I can. You can check out our Twitter at INST Replay Live. I'm going to plug myself again. I'm plugging myself in front of all these guys right here. You can find us on YouTube if you search for Instant Replay Live, or youtube.com/c/Instant Replay Live, or at InstantReplayLive.com. We do video games, we do tabletop role-playing games, and we do reviews and all kinds of other stuff. So check us out.
Totsky from the YMN podcast. Big fans of the Geeks Under the Influence. Talk about all the same shit, so definitely check us out. YMNpodcast.com.
This is Mike the Hobbit, direct from Fallout on a trivia night, telling you to come here every first and third Monday for trivia between 8 and 10, 25-cent wings, drink specials, prizes, and tons of really inappropriate trivia. It's a lot of fun. Do you guys agree? Definitely come out and enjoy trivia every first and third Monday at Fallout. In addition to Fallout, Geeks Under the Influence takes over Wonderland on the corner of 18th and Main Street for Geeks Under the Influence trivia, ridiculous trivia, goofy music, great food, cheap drinks. 1727 East Main. Come and check us out 8 to 10 every second and fourth Tuesday. We're back for the second half of Geeks Under the Influence, episode 109, all things sci-fi tropes. And before we continue with anything else, we're going to talk about what we are drinking, which is going to be a very short segment this evening because we were basically douchebags and didn't buy anything special. So,
everybody's cheap.
Yeah, pretty much. But before we continue, we need the theme music.
Hey, we're fucking drinking. We're getting drunk. You want to know? Well, here you go. Hey.
God damn it.
It's so good. It's so good.
My heart is now filled with joy.
Yes.
I can die happy.
It's like a John Mayer B-side. It's weird.
Oh,
I just ruined it for you.
Yeah.
Why
Why did you do that?
So what we are drinking, there's not really any shares to speak of this evening, and only three of us are actually drinking in the first place. So I'll go first. I'm drinking High Life, which is super weird for me because I always drink High Life. Hunter, what are you drinking on?
We're getting closer to 4th of July, so in the patriotic
Shut up.
spirit.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
The red,
Shut
white, and
the
blue,
fuck up.
America.
Shut up.
Don't try to justify the swill piss that you are putting into your body
It's
right
the
now.
PBR, that's the American spirit, all right?
It won a blue ribbon, goddammit.
That's right.
150 years ago, tastes have changed.
Not at all that it was the cheapest beer at the Wawa before I got here. Has nothing to do with that. It was the American spirit.
By the way, every time you mention Wawa, we get like 8 more Jersey listeners.
That's right.
I don't know if you knew that.
Jersey.
Speaking of Jersey, Lowdown.
Yeah, I'm the one that, and the only motherfucker from Jersey, the only one that has any fucking taste in beer tonight, by the way. So fuck you. How about that?
What are you drinking on?
Yeah. I am drinking RJ Rockers Brewing Company's Son of a Peach Wheat Ale.
For the person who says, I want to get drunk, but I also want cobbler.
Right? I like that.
Does it taste like a peach?
Fucking, I mean,
I could
eat a peach for hours.
No, I could drink a peach for hours. Should be on the label.
Yeah.
yeah.
There it is.
It's a 5.8. It's a wheat ale. It's got some peach in it. It's not sweet. It's tasty. I mean,
I had that before we started,
Yeah.
and you definitely get the peach notes, but it's not overplayed. It's not overly sweet. It's just a very
Nope.
nice, light, sessionable
summer beer.
Summer beer.
Yeah, is this sessionable? Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
it's
So
super.
it is such. All right.
Yeah.
I had a Miller High Life with you before we started while we were catching up outside. And as I was drinking that Miller High Life, I remembered what pain was. It tasted just like my Uncle Frank's kisses. It was wonderful.
So your Uncle Frank hung out in
Yes! That's what I wanted right over there. I wanted to break him.
So apparently your Uncle Frank hung out in the fan circa like 2002.
True.
Stop.
My
Don't
Uncle
ruin
Frank
it.
still hangs out in
Hobbit,
the
don't ruin it. That was gold. That was gold.
All right. So that is what we're drinking. Stuff that, aside from Lowdown's choice, will probably not be even noted in the notes of this
No.
episode.
Do you need a picture of this, or can you remember that?
One
beer.
I can probably remember
The one
that.
beer,
That's
okay.
fine.
Yes,
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. So moving forward to our next segment, the next one up is Making a Drunken Scene, where we read some stuff, scenes from movies or stuff related to the subject matter. The music, please.
Making a drunken scene.
All right.
That was nice.
It is nice.
Just eloquent.
It's just classic.
Yeah, it's just this podcast, if not anything else, is classy as fuck. So
I'm going to drink my
Totally,
beer with
no.
a pinky out the rest of the time just for that. So
We're not classy as fuck. We're classy AF.
AF. You know what? I don't like a lot of those things on the interwebs, but AF I actually really like.
Really?
I like AF. Yeah. I appreciate it. My grandmother just doesn't know what it is on Facebook. That's probably why I like it.
Why?
But, yeah, like, this song is cool AF, and she's like, at Fury? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, sure
that's totally
And
what I
fun.
meant. And fun.
And fun.
Yeah,
that
fun.
actually
Yeah.
makes sense, though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's
Like,
better. Yeah. So we've got 3 scenes tonight that are mentioning some of the tropes that we've been talking about this evening. The first one up is from the 2009 Star Trek reboot or remake, whatever you want to call it, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek. The scene between James T. Kirk and Spock Prime, the first Spock, when they're sitting in the ice planet after Vulcan has been destroyed. So who's James T. Kirk?
that'd be me.
Mr. Fuck You Hunter is James T. Kirk, and Spock Prime is
Oh, that would be me.
the Bruce is Spock Prime. All right, whenever you guys are ready.
You know, coming back in time, changing history, that's cheating.
A trick I learned from an old friend.
With an uncharacteristic smile, he gives the Vulcan salute to Kirk.
Live long and prosper.
All right, end scene.
All right.
Very short scene.
That was horrible.
Very
what
quick.
What I like about that is that they joke on the fact that they changed the timeline in order to not deal with all the fucking backlog bullshit from the original series.
Yeah.
But also, it talks about the fact that time travel in sci-fi is bullshit, basically. Like you can change so much shit. You can change timelines. You can bring people back from the dead or whatever you want to do.
It's the easiest writing cheat ever.
Oh,
We
super.
just traveled back in
Time
time
travel.
and changed everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or it's like time travel and dream sequence. That's pretty much
Yeah.
the easiest copy.
oh, let's not go Dallas on this.
Oh yes.
Like I was all
Other things did it before Dallas.
well, not as much as Dallas did.
Dallas ruined like 3 seasons. Just shit canned 3 seasons of the show. We went. I was taking a shower. What the fuck were you doing?
No, there's the dude from Step by Step, naked in the shower. Woo! Like, that's,
Can we say somebody finally got the more money he wanted in his contract?
yeah, fair
Yep.
enough. Next one up is from one of my personal favorite sci-fi horror films.
Unappreciated.
Underappreciated, super. It's Sam Neill movie.
Sam Neill is
There's other
the
people in
devil.
it.
Steve-O, who was on the Trauma episode of the podcast, he and I used to joke that we were going to start a thrash band where all the songs were about Sam Neill movies called In the Mouth of Radness.
Nice.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Go for
I
it.
actually
It's
got
pretty
a
good.
great friend of mine. She does a perfect Sam Neill bit in her stand-up.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's just it ends in a epic dance battle between demons and dinosaurs.
She can be the drummer.
Murphy.
Oh,
Murphy. You know Murphy.
I figured it was her.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
I
she's
got
so great,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
She's actually doing Uma Thurman in my Quentin Tarantino show, so I'm
Nice.
looking forward to
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, she's down at Heavy Rebel right now.
yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
God
is.
damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There was a rule. We're not supposed to mention that.
Oh, yeah.
Leave Heavy Rebel alone.
Unless you want to get him angry. Then continue.
Okay, fair enough.
We could talk about Wolverine too.
All right, so the next one up is Event Horizon. We've got Dr. Weir, who's playing Dr. Weir.
That's me.
That's Lowdown.
Feel that energy, ladies and gentlemen.
That is going to
I'm
be
ready to go.
that is going to be played by Lowdown Eeyore MacGyver.
No, not going with the ER.
Lieutenant
Fucking.
Stark, executive officer, will be played by me.
And that's Stark with a CK.
CK.
Just so you know.
Yeah, it's not like Robert Downey Jr. Then there's Miller.
That's
Fuck You, Hunter. And Cooper. Who's playing Cooper?
That's me.
The Bruce is playing Cooper. All right, so Dr. Weir, whenever you're ready. And whenever you're ready, I can do the over talk here.
You want to keep doing the overtalk?
I can do the over talk.
Fuck you and your overtalk. How about that?
Describing how the Event Horizon functions.
The ship doesn't really go faster than light. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of the universe to another, light years away.
How?
Well, that's the difficult. It's all math.
Try us, Doctor.
Right. Well, using layman's terms, it's a retaining magnetic field to focus a narrow beam of gravitons. Yeah, there
I'm
you go.
super excited about this part here. Yeah, go ahead. Have fun.
Continue.
These, in turn, fold space-time consistent with whale tensor dynamics. What the fuck?
Yep, keep going. Keep
Until
going.
the space-time curvature becomes infinitely large and you produce a singularity. Now, the singularity...
Layman's terms.
Well, fuck layman's terms. Do you speak English?
Yeah, by the way, Dr. Weir, Lowdown, that was your choice to play that role.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
upset about it.
No,
I don't really care.
I looked at all the
Yeah.
I love Doctor Who, where it would have been like, it's wibbly wobbly timey wimey,
Yeah.
and just called it that, and it would have been fine. This is that normal, talk about trope, sci-fi bullshit where they create different terminologies to try to explain
You're
the
supposed
weird
to
shit
follow
that's
through.
happening.
It's like in a rap album. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to invent a word.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Whale
It's
tensor
called-
dynamics.
It's called technobabble.
Yes, technobabble.
Techno is the official term for that level of just infinitely bullshit.
That is the safe name of the episode, is Technobabble. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the other one.
Did you write it down?
No, I didn't. Damn it. I'm going to have to actually listen. Battlestar Galactica is our next one. This actually covers 2 of our tropes on this episode. And we've got 2 people in this one. Colonel Saul Ty, that I will be playing, and Tyrrell, played by
Me.
Yes, Mr. Ray Bullock.
That's right.
Oh, God. I got to actually figure out what I'm going to do here. All right.
No,
here we
now,
go.
yeah. Like last minute.
Okay.
Oh, no, I remembered. Okay, here we go. Lowdown, if you want to read the intro, since I've got to get my actor face on.
Acting?
Acting!
Tyrell, under suspicion because of his relationship with sleeper Cylon Boomer, is interrogated by Ty.
You're sweating.
It's hot in here.
How long have you known Lieutenant Valeri was planning to assassinate Commander Adama?
I had no idea she was planning anything of the kind.
Reaching for a flask in his boot.
You're fracking her.
I ended that weeks ago on your orders.
You covered for her. You lied to her.
I admit I used some bad judgment.
You protected her at every turn.
Colonel, I had no idea she was a Cylon.
Sees that Ty clearly disbelieves him.
I would.
That's mine. Back off, bitch.
Sorry.
I would like to exercise my Article 21 rights at this time. Thank you.
Chuck? Okay.
I'm sure you would. But I guess you haven't heard. Cylons don't have rights.
Cylon? Wait a minute now.
You know what we do to Cylons, Chief?
I am not a Cylon.
Rosalind came up with the execution method.
I am Galen Terrell.
She put a Cylon out of the airlock.
My father was a priest, got down on his knees every day. My mother was an oracle. She did the same. I've served Battlestar since I was 18 years old. Pegasus, Columbia, Atlanta, be praised. Galactic.
Ty backhands Tyrell, sending him to the floor.
Don't talk to me like you're a soldier. You're not a soldier. The old man always had a soft spot for you. Let him decide what to do with you.
Colonel, you've got to believe me. I am not a Cylon. I'll never do anything to hurt Adama. I love the old man.
That's what your girlfriend said.
To the nearby guard.
Get him the hell out of here.
All right.
And
that is scene.
Are we done with that?
Yeah, we're
All
done.
right.
We're done.
Jesus Christ.
And we're going to get letters.
Yeah. I was aiming for like angry sergeant.
You were going.
I
You're
was
like a
aiming
pirate,
for
dude.
Tommy Lee Jones and JFK.
Like I thought you had like a parrot on your shoulder.
How many times do we have to go over the fact that I'm bad at impressions?
No, I'm just saying you sound. I thought you might have been going for pirate.
Like I had to basically understudy under this man, Mr. Ray Bullock, on stand-up comedy, who had like 18 fucking impressions. I was like, this is me doing an impression. Hey, like it was fucking terrible.
This is me doing an impression of someone whose parents didn't hug them enough. And scene.
Yeah, that's Ray Bullock, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
All right, back onto the subject at hand,
Yes.
which is sci-fi tropes.
Yep.
When we last left, I think Lowdown, you were the last one to really talk about your. No,
No,
it was
I
me.
was not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So let's go back over to the Bruce.
Okay, let's start with this one. Humans are the best saviors on alien planets. Basically, when the human race goes to another planet, we're the saviors. However, if an alien race comes here, they're invading us. We're always the good guys.
Does that sound like anything else we know?
Yeah, like everything else we've done.
Oh, like America?
Like trying to make democracy a thing in every other
The
country?
Monroe Doctrine, every
Yeah.
other goddamn thing we've ever done. Yes.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Everybody wants to have our freedom. Come on.
Yeah.
We got to share it with everybody.
So what you're saying is
However forcefully we have to.
In
But freedom
space.
ain't free.
that in space, Earth is America.
Yeah.
So wait, you people don't understand. You're dumb.
Wait,
What's this you people shit?
here we go. Name of the episode:
Who you calling you people?
In space.
Who are you calling you?
In
The
space,
Jews.
no one can hear you, America.
I think that's a winner.
Yeah,
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah.
No, but Bruce has very much a point on this. You look at all the alien invasion movies on Earth,
Still Earth.
Still a technical term, man. I said I'd explain it to you later.
Earth.
But when we go to other planets, we're like this, like, either really cool race or like, oh, you're so quaint, race that that is like, no, understand, they have heart. We don't have heart. They have heart. That's the thing that always bothers me with sci-fi. We're the only race that has heart. It's bullshit.
Well, it's also because we are the only race that should rule.
Apparently.
Apparently. If they're a different color than us, then we must rule over top of them. Pretty much is what it's saying.
So what you're saying, less white writers is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No, but this is so weird to me because you bring up a point, because sci-fi is, at times, we're talking about the political aspects of it, and they're talking about save the planet and all, but on this one, they are the most alt-right level of fucking, no, they're not worthy to have this, so we have to rule over top of them, but then in the same aspect, they're like, oh, but save the planet. It's like weird. It's like your crazy hippie aunt fucked your alt-right granddad and they had a kid.
Fucked Richard Spencer.
They fucked Richard Spencer, right? It's so weird that it takes such a shift, No,
that's true. There are some movies that kind of take a hard line with it where it gets to satire.
Yeah.
Like Starship Troopers, for example.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That movie's so
where it kind of overplays it to a point where it becomes a parody of the other sci-fi movies that really take that trope, where it's a fascist government that's like, no, America, but Earth. Earthica is running train.
There was a few years ago, there was actually an animated sci-fi film. I forget the name of it, but the humans were the bad guys. They flipped the trope. They were invading this alien world, and the aliens were like, why are you doing this? We didn't bother you. You're coming into our home. We're a society type of thing. I forget the name of it. But.
Iraq.
Those letters you were going to get from me are now going to get for Bruce.
Yes! I like you're still calling it letters. That just gives your age away. Like,
Dear GUI, you're in trouble now.
GUI, see?
Now when you get to the post office, you're going to hear from me.
I don't like the cut of your jib, mister.
When you're talking about like the satires, well, like look at Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
It's a satire on the other aspect, like how they're always invaders. It's like, go ahead.
Well, an example of using that trope but also turning it on its head is that everybody is maybe familiar with the movie version of Ender's Game.
Yes.
Yes, I've not read the novel.
But the novel and also the following books, Speaker for the Dead is the next book to follow.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with both the movie and the book is that the bug creatures, much like Starship Troopers, actually.
Yeah.
They are the evil aliens that are going to kill us, and then it come to find out they just didn't understand our ways, and like they weren't actually invaders or trying to fuck with us at all. There was just a miscommunication, basically. And Speaker for the Dead is kind of some human aspect, finding a commonality with aliens. And trying to find a way to better communicate and understand their ways and prevent something like that from happening in the future. The funny thing about that is it's written by Orson Scott Card.
Yeah, right.
Who is a homophobe and a racist and
not a good guy.
He's an unbelievably terrible human being that wrote books about like inclusion and understanding.
Yeah.
But they're aliens, so it's different than gays.
Yeah.
So, no, the gays, no, I don't get it. But aliens, though, I mean, give them a chance.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole thing. It's like you're going to talk about inclusion and all this, but really you're pretty much saying, oh, no, we got the right to rule. But you're right. He is so Have you read any of his stuff or heard any of his interviews about
Oh, yeah, it's insane.
Oh, my God. Fucking Richard Spencer's even like, dude, chill. It's insane, this guy. He's for like a electroshock therapy to cure homosexuality and all this other craziness.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a fucking nut job.
He's a fucking
Glad we
is
don't
he
have
like-
anybody in government that has that opinion.
Is he like Pence's Hyde to his Jekyll or something? Jesus Christ.
No, like Pence is even like, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
bad.
He's like
Hello.
Pence's Hyde.
When like Mike Pence is like, dude, I want to bury aborted babies, but you're taking it too far.
I have gay camps, but whoa, hey, bro.
Yeah. Just
Pray the
chill
gay
on that
way.
shit.
I have gay camps. You have
Gay camps.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
One's more Big Gay Al. The other one's like Nuremberg.
Pence wants to pray the gay away, and he just wants to make the gay go away.
Yeah,
type of thing. They both want camps, but different types.
Yeah.
So what was the trope we were even talking about?
Humans are saviors.
Yeah.
Aliens are invaders.
Yeah, we've seen this time and time again.
Yeah.
Some animated features have actually played with this a little bit. There's Home, an animated feature that played with that a little bit. There's also something 52. I can't remember the Planet.
That's the one I was talking
52.
about. Yeah.
Planet
Yeah.
52,
Yeah.
I think is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
That the Earthling shows up and like is befriended by a child.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into a trope that we have in the near future. But
Paul's the same way.
Paul, yeah.
Remember
Paul.
Yeah.
Great movie. I love that movie.
But Paul kind of turns it on its head a little bit as well, because there are the fucking nerds, nerds that they understand. They're like end up befriending this guy, and the only argument they have is whether or not you eat the closed pistachio. Like that's the worst argument they have in that entire movie. But they're down. They're fucking down with each other. Like he even converts a fucking conservative Christian, and I'm like, fucking in. Like I'm in.
Whole hog, baby.
Kind of a turn on the head of that is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I'm talking about the Donald Sutherland good one, not the shitty ones that came after that, but where the aliens are like, look, just let us do this. Society will be more adaptable, more calm, less war. You know, where the aliens are giving the humans the option, like, look, we can fix all this bullshit that y'all have going on, where they're giving the better option than society has. So...
Well, that's come about. That's actually some of the invasion movies that I like more than others. There was a Sci-Fi series, Sci-Fi Channel series, or not a series, a mini series that I cannot remember.
If you
the
say
name
10 Man, I'm going to beat you to death with your own shoes.
Oh, fuck you! I like 10 Man. I like. It didn't hurt that it had my girlfriend in it.
Really?
Zoe Deschanel?
Really?
Yeah, fuck off.
Oh, God. Hi, my name's Zoe. I'm average in every way.
My type.
Okay.
Which is why, like,
Zoe's cute.
which is why I'm surprised that that Katie dates me, because she's so much more than that. And she's like, yeah, I guess that'll work, and just moves on with her life. But that's me trying to cover up what I just said. So,
by the way, for those of you who can't see, what you heard, that little screeching, was the biggest eye roll from Hobbit's girlfriend.
yes.
Those were eye muscles popping. They were rolling back so far.
Yeah, Katie is sitting in the sweetheart chair, which you actually cannot see on screen. Right over there. Yeah, let's alienate her further. That's going to be great.
She's the alien invader. Alien invader.
Yeah.
You're in a room of men. What are you doing here?
It's like Children of God or something like that, where basically an alien spacecraft comes down. And the alien looked like Satan.
Yes. Yes, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like 3 episodes.
Yeah, but what I liked about it is that it was such a kind of like, the only thing that I can relate it to is like stories that I've heard about like basically a rapist trying to make it okay for the victim, where it's like, shh, no, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Where like the alien comes in and is like, shh, no, I'm gonna give you stuff. No, it's fine. Like you're gonna eat better, and like your life's gonna be better, and it's gonna be okay. And at the end, it's like, oh, by the way, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Is that cool? At the end of it, and it was like super fucked up because the casualness of it.
Yeah. Well, but some of the side with the aliens being the invaders, they want to give a gift, but we're like, no, it's our we're gonna have to experience a little bit of discomfort. So no, take your technology, like away. There was one, I think it was like Cosmic Slop or something like that aired on HBO, where the alien invaders came and they said, we will clean up your water. Will destroy all pollution. We just want you dead, and we're going to embody them. They weren't even asking for live people. They're like, just give us the corpses of your dead. We'll embody them. That way we can live on your planet and we'll clean it up for you. At the end of it, they said, no, go away because it's too hard for us to look at our dead relatives. We can have everything clean and everything beautiful, but no, a little bit of discomfort and fuck off.
America.
Right? America.
Woo, America.
Right?
And India's being like, no, dude, give us the same,
We're
give us
cool.
the same fucking like
We'll
deal.
stop burning people.
Yeah. Like, have you seen our rivers? Like, give us the same deal. We're good.
Yeah,
We're fine. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Next one.
Oh, yes.
Ray.
The one that I like, and this is just going to be fun since we actually have a lady in the room. In every sci-fi movie, the women's outfits are always like 3 sizes too small for them. They're the most unpractical, super tight. Don't get me wrong, I love looking at it. Do not get me wrong, but
It's been a trope since the beginning of sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want to put this definitely on George Lucas, but the one thing that George Lucas did was he told Carrie Fisher during the filming of Star Wars that there are no bras in space.
not even
That's
no
a-
bras, no underwear.
No underwear.
Yeah.
No underwear whatsoever
Yeah.
in space.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have the same rule for
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, Day or Stood Still, all the 50s movies, they all, like, the guy was wearing very comfortable, but woman comes in and she's, like, barely walking because you can tell they baby powdered her ass into that suit like nobody's business. And I get it, sex sells, but also you think they would be practical.
Buck Rogers. Come
Yes!
on. You're the same age I am.
Yes!
Buck Rogers. You got Aaron Gray coming in the beginning of a latex fetish.
Yeah.
She came in this outfit. I mean, it was tight. It was shiny. It was like, oh my God. Everybody else is dressed sensibly. She is dressed like she just got lubed.
In more ways than one.
Yes. Oh my God. Started puberty then, I think.
Yeah.
That's had a little bit of backlash in recent years. I
Yeah.
remember in I think it was the sequel to the Star Trek remake, Into Darkness, where there was a scene where a new female character stripped down to bra and panties at one point, and it was this like kind of sexy moment, but it was a momentary thing, and there was no overt sexuality after that, but there was such a hoo-ha about that. On the interwebs about it, where people were backlashing super hard, that I think the tides are turning a little bit. What I didn't hear in that regard is in Wonder Woman, where there was a way more inappropriate moment with
Same actor.
with the same actor,
Same actor.
on the other side of it where he's naked, and everybody was like, yeah, that's fine. The thing is, I'm actually okay with that because there's an equality action that needs to happen, but sometimes the pendulum needs to sway a little bit harder to the other side before it centers.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to talk about the whole fact that she had a sword in her ass during a dance sequence.
No, I'm talking about Chris Pine in the jacuzzi.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly, right.
Where he was Spock being like, "Ooh, pretty lady in a bra," and then the one of the, like a little bit down the line, he's in Wonder Woman and he's like naked in like
Holding his junk.
in a lava fountain, just like hanging out, like holding his junk, and he's like, this is weird. You haven't seen a dick before. Here you go. Like,
Which sounds something like what your creepy uncle would say or something.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. It's just horrible.
You and your uncles.
Hey, how I spend my Thanksgiving is my business, Bruce. But I wanted a drumstick in more ways than one. But moving on.
I want to say that trope is definitely still unbelievably prevalent in any film, not just sci-fi. But we're seeing a little bit of a turn where there's counter turn against that. Like if you look at what was it, Winter Soldier or Civil War, where Captain America is standing on top of a rooftop and he grabs the helicopter.
Civil War, yeah.
And it's this gratuitous, like, his muscles are like
They're just buckling.
buckling, and he's like, ugh. And like every gay man and woman is just like swooning in the audience, and all the dudes are like, "That's fair.
I'm going to the
Like,
gym."
that's totally
Actually,
fine.
but that's just it. A lot of the dudes aren't saying that it's fair, which I think is, and I'm not trying to gain feminist points or anything like that, man. But a lot of them are like, "Oh, this is bullshit. bullshit and blah, blah, blah. Dude, we've had 75 years.
That's the thing. I'm fine with
Looking
it.
at time.
I don't give a shit
Yeah.
at all. Give it.
Honestly, with that scene, I just looked at it like it's fucking Captain America.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like I didn't think anything of the gender or the sex. I'm like, it's Captain America doing what the fuck he does because he can do that.
No, Lowdown's
seriously.
like, oh yeah, no, you do change your grip to an undergrip. Like,
Yeah, you get more strength when you do that versus this.
the
Yeah.
last time I
'Cause
took
he-
down a
'cause he
helicopter,
li-
I
he
had to
lives
change
pro.
my grip up. Yeah.
No, but seriously, like the scene is what it is. I know what the scene did, and I do that is truthful. But in reality, the scene is what it is. It's fucking Captain America. He can do that. You know, Wonder
Actually-
Woman can do that. Like that shit's. You know,
Actually, during that scene with Captain America, I'm like, okay, Captain America's not that strong to do a whole helicopter like that.
he is.
They're changing his power. Excuse me. Pick up a Marvel Universe where they define the characters. Captain America can only lift about 800 pounds. Are you telling me that a helicopter only weighs 800 pounds?
Or
Well, he's
the
not lifting
lift
the
on a
whole
helicopter.
no, yeah.
Just the
Yeah, he's pulling it down when it was in flight because
Yeah.
that's easier.
Well, let's go to our
Anyway.
listeners. Anybody that can tell us the average lift on a helicopter, the weight ratio on the lift of a helicopter, please message us and let us know.
I was more upset because I felt like they were cheating Captain America's powers during that scene than I was with the sexuality.
There
of the
are
scene.
listeners right now that are pushing their glasses up and like, okay, let's go.
excuse me,
Let's do
sir.
this.
Excuse me, but his abilities are.
Yeah, exactly.
Impotent nerd rage.
But no, I
Yeah.
agree. There are some nerds that just are going to be pissed off about that aspect,
Yeah.
but totally fine with a woman breaking down and getting all fucking sexy.
Yeah.
You take both.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of like the fuckers
like-
who were on the message board that threatened Gail Gabbitt's life because fuck off.
It's like, you know, Alien. You've got, you know, Sigourney Weaver, who's been like terrorized and followed and trapped through this one ship. And when she thinks she's safe, she's like, all right, I'm gonna change clothes, put on the suit. So you get this nice little short clip of her in panties and like a wife beater, which is for the 70s, I guess, is whoo.
I still look at that and get a chubby. I'm not
Yeah, I
even
mean
gonna lie.
that's pretty good.
But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? And then like she puts everything on and she's like, oh fuck. But you get that one little bit of like little nice sexy little, you know,
yeah.
thing, you know.
Well, that's just it. I mean,
Trying to bring it back to
it's-
sci-fi because Alien. You know?
Yeah, well,
good job now.
in every sci-fi, even the aliens have to be sexy aliens. They're like the sex robots.
Yeah.
You know, the only good aliens are the aliens that I'm fucking. You
Yeah.
know?
Mostly green in Star Trek world.
Mostly green.
But,
Star Trek.
Only good aliens.
Another fetish.
All right, we got to continue. Hunter, you
Yeah,
got
sorry.
some points to hit.
Yeah, I guess the next one for me would be like time travel. Just it's expected anytime time travel, people are going to fuck shit up. Like, you know, you got examples
Cheapest
of
trick ever.
obviously Back to the Future, Looper, which I fucking love.
Looper's amazing.
Yeah, good movie.
But my favorite example is honestly the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors, where Homer goes back and just the slightest thing, and he gets back into the present, and shit's fucked up, and he goes back and he accidentally steps on
Yep.
it, and literally just everything
Is there
gets
like donut rain? At
yeah,
some
yeah,
point?
yeah. We're literally, it's perfect. And he's like, all right, sisters are dead. We're rich. And he leaves and it's rain donuts. But pretty much just the slightest thing he does, and it just fucks up the present. And that's like like it happens over and over again. Any time travel, somebody's going to do something just to fuck everything up.
One of my favorite examples of fucking shit up by going to the past and then coming back to the present is a lesser-known film that's based on, I want to say it was Ray Bradbury, called The Sound of Thunder.
yes.
It was a
yes.
very indie sci-fi flick where they go back and they have like there's a dinosaur that's gonna die anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's this little bridge they go on and they shoot the dinosaur and kill it
Stepping,
before it gets killed by a volcano.
Yeah.
But somebody steps on a butterfly.
Fly. Yep.
And that one butterfly changes everything.
Yep.
Everything, but there's waves of change where all of a sudden, like, the temperature rises, and then there's vines everywhere, and then there's weird primate evil creature things, and it's these waves of the timeline changing, and it's an example of that. All it takes is such a slight variance on the timeline to change the entire world. So time travel is basically the worst idea ever on the face of the ever. Don't if we develop the technology, don't do it. Please don't do it.
Because you're gonna fuck shit up. I mean,
You're gonna kill Hitler, and then there's gonna be like a fucking Godzilla Hitler.
you could just hold the door for somebody that was supposed to die, and there you go, and then you've created a new Hitler.
Godzilla Hitler rules like Holland America, and like it's fucking weird, and nobody's like. And we all have like metal legs, but they don't work that well. And Volvo like has to do upkeep, but they're really shitty about it. And like it's just weird shit happens. It's just not. We don't want that life.
I think time travel is the best idea. Because without time travel, we would have so few sci-fi stories because it's such a big, big part of it. And also, I want to commend you because I thought you were going to say Butterfly Effect with that movie, and I was going to kill you.
No.
Emo Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, but without time travel, no Back to the Future. Without Back to the Future, no Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
So
There, back we go.
No Doctor Who.
No Doctor Who.
I mean,
But with Rick and Morty, they go to different universes simply because of the time travel. They even have a box in the back that says time travel stuff.
Yeah.
They just stick in the corner, just like, don't F with it. Just right over there. Just fuck it.
Fair, but also it would. My favorite Futurama episode is when Fry goes back and becomes his own
grandfather.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that's my favorite one. It's great. I mean, granted, yeah, horrible idea, but gives us great entertainment.
Hey.
What about all the good that was done during Quantum Leap, though?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
There you
yeah,
go.
that's true. That's a super underappreciated series.
Fuck yeah! When you played that at trivia, I was like, "Oh, I know this." Quantum Leap.
Yeah, I did like metal versions.
No, that was like a 8-bit version.
Oh no.
That was the 8-bit version.
No, that was a. I think that was an orchestral version.
No, it was like. Yeah,
I'm
glad this is being
turning
recorded.
that into a
8-bit.
ringtone now.
It was
Thank you.
8-bit.
Yeah.
Since Quantum Leap was brought up, I just have to have a confession, and I hope people share this with me. When you first read and Dr. Sam Beckett never returned home, you teared up a little bit.
A little
Am I
bit.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
talking about the final
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrible.
Right?
This is
Right?
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Because I mean,
man?
Spoiler.
If you haven't seen
Do
it
you
by now,
remember?
go fuck yourself.
Do you remember that it
Fuck
was?
you.
Do you remember that it was a 2-part episode and you had
Yeah.
to wait? You had
Yeah.
to wait to watch the second part. You're like, oh god, oh no. Yeah,
And then
I remember that.
at the end, his girlfriend woke up and he was in the shower the whole time.
Al was in the shower.
Yeah.
I was in the shower. Ziggy's fucking up
With
again.
Ziggy.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
I thought he was waterproof.
But they never said if Al made it back to his ex and was,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
they had
yeah,
3
I mean,
kids.
No, they actually did say that.
Did
he
they?
has he
Yeah.
had 5 kids. So
Okay.
his wife saved, waited for him. He had like 5 kids. He's very happy. Yeah.
Sam never made it
and
home.
Sam never made
Yeah.
it home.
That again,
Fuck.
That's a show that needs a good quality reboot.
Back in the
I
80s
could
and
do with that.
90s when they were willing to disappoint their crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, we don't give a shit.
No, nowadays there's like, no, they gotta throw a fucking happy ending on there.
As the show went on, like the first season was kind of like, but like as the show went on, it kept getting darker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
when he met the female evil.
Evil Leaper.
Yeah.
The evil leaper.
Yeah.
what about? I mean, what about the episode? I mean, I think this one was actually kind of early, but when it's himself.
Yeah.
That was kind of dark, a little bit like,
The Lee Harvey Oswald episode.
Oh yeah, that was a
But
good
also,
one.
the time travel and the interdimensional thing, I think, can we rope those together? Like there's
Yeah.
a different dimension or
that's
time
slightly
travel?
different. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sliders.
Yeah.
But
No.
We know.
First 1 or 2 seasons.
I have I have
the
the
only
first
sliders
I have
that
the
are
first,
good are the ones that I can get 3 for $5.
Yeah,
Okay,
that show was terrible.
horrible.
Fuck off.
It was fucking horrible.
No, Sliders for the first, I think, 3 seasons were a major network show and had a halfway decent budget. After that, they got pushed off to, I think, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, they did.
And the resulting seasons, they couldn't maintain the salary of some of the regular characters except Jerry O'Connell,
was
who
gonna say
at that point understood that he was basically a C-rated fucking actor at that
He
point.
wasn't even on the last season.
Was he not on the
No,
last
they
season?
they took him and his brother and formed him into one person that was somebody else. Yeah, it was
Okay.
so bad.
Because when I think heroes in the sci-fi universe, the person that's going to do it all right, I think the fat kid from Stand By Me.
You're motherfucking
no.
right.
Birdo. No. Fucking no. You want to go see a dead body? Yeah, Jerry O'Connell's dead body as I'm pissing on it. Because he got to fuck Rebecca Romaine Stamos, and I'm still bitter about that.
Hey, what about My Secret Identity? He's that guy too.
Same thing. Same fucking thing, man.
All right, let's.
All right.
I think Lowdown is next on his
All
trope.
right, which one am I going to go with now? All right, fuck it. Another fun one. A container carrying a heavy manned virus animal escapes and wreaks havoc on the civilization. I want to start with some fun ones. Fucking critters. Woo!
Critters.
Yeah! Or that troll movie we watched with the bowling alley and those fucking ass like
Chubbies.
Chubbies.
The poor man's critters.
Yes.
The trauma critters.
No,
that
it's-
shit was hilarious, dude.
The Chubbies, anybody that's unfamiliar, which is basically 99.999999% of people that are listening right now, Chubbies is a trauma film where it's basically the Critters storyline, but it's horny aliens that like gets into people's bodies and makes them fuck.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
basically?
That's basically it.
And then
yeah.
it ends up as like a teen party at a bowling alley that like turns people into like weird like boner sex zombies, and it's fucking wonderful.
So to be clear, basically it takes place in like a junkyard in the bowling alley.
Yeah,
So
and
they made
that's
the
it.
movie like $5,000.
But there's also like at one point, isn't there like a lesbian that has like this giant fucking dong? I think at one point or something.
That was
Yeah.
a Japanese animation
That was-
film you were watching?
No, that was towards the end.
That
Yeah.
was towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something else.
Yeah.
entirely.
Chubbies is a super weird movie and such a blast.
Oh, it is.
We got to see that. Gallery 5 did a several
wanted to
month
go to that, yeah.
several month run of
Oh, it was
trauma
hilarious.
films.
That was so much funny
and
shit.
Chubbies was one of their choices, and it was an absolute blast. That's how we ended up interviewing the guys from Hectic Knife. That they showed up for their premiere of their trauma film, and they were a blast. They're sweethearts, but Chubbies, holy shit!
But back to, I mean, honestly, I was really going with the critters. I mean, come on,
Critters,
guys.
yeah.
Like, that was like one of the fun ones they did, you know? Because, I mean, there's always like the virus and the animal, they escape and blah, blah. All right, come on, whatever, fuck it. Sorry, I get tired of that shit. When I see that's the storyline, I'm like, oh, fuck. You better have some other shit to make up for this, because I'm done. I'm done with that.
Two things, just to stay on the Critters. The best scene in cinematic history, in my opinion, was in Critters 2, when it takes the form and pulls the giant staple out of
yes!
it and drops it. I like this, fuck Titanic. This is where the money is.
Yeah.
But also, not even in sci-fi. It just like any type of that's one of the few that's gone over to other ones.
Yeah.
Like Outbreak and all this other stuff.
Contagion and all that shit,
all that
yeah.
other stuff. It's one of those tropes where, like, you know what? We couldn't really think of anything else to be a villain. How about this monkey or this small creature that just wreaks havoc because we don't feel like writing?
Yeah.
Well, you even look into what's been happening with the alien mythos.
Yeah.
With Prometheus and also now Alien Covenant, where
they fucked it all up.
where it takes it away from Earth. Bruce. Earth.
come on, man.
Earth. Yeah, there you go. Again, I'll tell you later. It's not Earth, but it was actually human beings human beings.
Wow.
Beings. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Now you're just doing it to do it.
That actually just counterfucked the engineers. They're like, "Oh, you fuck us, we fuck you," and just like fucks them over in Alien Covenant.
True.
Yeah, like hardcore.
with like unleashing their creation on them and making it fucking worse.
I mean, the only thing I'd actually watch Covenant again is if they just had put on oxygen masks or anything of that, half the movie doesn't actually work. Because
so if they
actually
went
been cautious-
101 on going into a foreign planet,
yeah, like
maybe,
that's well, we just walk around. We're Earthlings, fuck it.
Or if
Earthly-
they had one
Earthlians?
decent writer
Earthlians,
working
yeah.
on the fucking movie, that would have been great too.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to interrupt there, but no, they fucked up Alien with that shit. That trope destroyed the Alien franchise for me. Like, oh no, it can't just be this monster that's out there trying to kill people. No, we put a small drop in this, and it was because of the outbreak. That, like, no, fuck you. Let them be. I don't want to know where they came from. They're like the Joker. You give them a backstory, and it's all fucked from there. Fuck Ridley Scott. I
excuse
hope he
me,
died.
it's-
all right, Patton Oswalt.
it's
I don't
actually-
want to know where
it's
the
like-
things I like come from.
Actually, it's more like Michael Myers. I don't want to know why he's crazy. He's just crazy.
Exactly.
That's it.
I don't want to know.
No, I
don't care.
actually agree that ruined it for me with Mike Myers. Is where they were like with the Rob Zombie remake, where he came from a broken home and he killed animals and shit.
His mom's a stripper. His stepdad's a jackass.
It's like, okay, it took all the fucking weirdness out of it. If he was just an evil fucking kid, that's creepier.
Yeah,
That's
why are you so
creepier.
fucked up? We don't know. God damn it.
It's Michael Myers, because if Mike Myers is going around, he's going, oh, behave, and then stabbing people.
Yeah.
Part of the problem that we're running into now with sci-fi and horror is that a lot of these movies, because of the studios or otherwise, are trying to make the entire crowd feel not dumb.
Yeah.
And with Halloween, for example, you take Mike Myers, where he's just evil for the sake of evil, and the smarter people in the crowd are like, cool, done. I don't need everything explained in a movie. But the less smart crowd is just like, this makes me feel dumb. I hate it. So everything is over-explained in new movies so that nobody feels dumb. So it's alienating the smarter audience that's like, I didn't need you to tell me how that worked.
And that's how the Libertarian Party was born.
That's got to be the title. That's got to be the title of the episode. Seriously. Oh, sci-fi tropes. And that's how. No, that's perfect. Oh.
All right, I got one that Ray and I talked about on the back on the back patio before we started. Aliens fucking love human children.
Yes,
like,
they do.
Love them. Like, they don't want to talk to the president. They want to hang out with like a dude in Idaho that's like 12 and like just hang out and like be buddies and just shoot the shit and be besties.
I have a theory about this. This way we can hate the aliens more when they try to invade, and we can justify it because we're going to say to ourselves, they were hanging out with children. All aliens are pedophiles.
Yeah, which is definitely true.
No, Mac and me, bitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. Burn out the Mac and me.
He stuck his finger in that one alien's eye because he couldn't find another orifice.
Flight of the Navigator? He had a little.
Okay,
Also-
Fly the Navigator. That was good.
Yeah,
Also,
gerbil.
where was Mac and me when wheelchair dude ran down the hill? Like, I'm just saying. Like,
However,
They were not helping him. That's where that happened.
not stopping the brakes. Like, not,
An hour
I
and
got you,
45-minute Pepsi commercial.
no shit. But obviously, like, the reason for that is that there's a lot of alien movies that are meant for kids, so they
Yeah,
want to like
of course.
incorporate kids. But honestly, some of that is really weirdly creepy. Like E.T. E.T. Like, he's dealing like. I just want to hear somebody do a. Actually, this is an idea for our podcast. We do an audio commentary where it's just one of us doing the like thought process of E.T. during the whole thing. It's like, fuck, I got to deal with this kid now. God damn it. Okay, yeah, no, fucking finger. Look, ooh, it has a light. Isn't it exciting? Fucking child.
Put a
piece of
flannel
shit.
on me, whatever.
Yeah, just like playing along. Oh, cool, I'm in a dress. Yeah, woo, it's super exciting. Piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I can't wait to get away from this planet.
quit
like-
crying, you bitch.
Yeah, it's like he's leaving, like his ship shows up and he's like, yeah, no, this is great. I finally get to go home. Oh, you're fucking crying? Yeah, because you're a worthless piece of shit. You little bitch. Yeah, oh, cool. Yeah, bye. And then just rolls.
It's also when it's not the kid film, it's also the kid's in danger, so we have to help. You know, like Aliens. You know, when the little blonde-headed, she's in charge.
Newt.
You know,
Yeah.
Newt. When the fucking aliens start to attack Ripley, you're like, oh, well, she could handle this, whatever. But when the one comes over and she's like pushing it against the counter, you're like, oh fuck, it's gonna get the kid. We gotta save the kid. You know, every single sci-fi movie, well, not every single one, but a lot of sci-fi movies would end very quickly if they just said, oh fuck the kid, we're leaving him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, specifically with aliens, I mean, the xenomorphs kill the fuck out of all the adults.
Yeah.
And then their first opportunity with Newton, they're like, all right, we'll hold her and kind of put her off to the side. But like they like instantaneously kill the shit out of like 20 adults and just kind of hold the kid off to the side where like she has that advantage of not being instantly fucking destroyed. Like
She was the Dakota Fanning of her day.
that's right.
Oh, shut your whore mouth.
Ew.
Is she still in movies?
Yeah, she's
All right,
like doing softcore porn and shit.
God.
Hang on,
So
let me
she's
Google
up.
that.
She's up there with fucking Morpheus's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really you're
No, no.
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter does porn.
yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
true
Lawrence,
life
was it like
fact.
Lawrence
Yeah, that's.
Fishburne?
I realized I saw a few faces like, what are you even referencing? And I was like, oh, I have to actually explain this.
So wait,
Fun
Lauren.
fact.
So is Lawrence Fishburne just taking dick basically, or is she actually like cute?
She's cute.
Okay.
She is. I think it's Gina Torres from Firefly and Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to internet search
yeah.
that.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, though, she got the idea to do porn after Lawrence Fishburne introduced the slow motion rave in Matrix Reloaded. Fun fact. It's true. It's all true.
it's all
Google
true.
it.
It was like,
Google
I
it.
can't fuck up my life more than that fucked up my dad's career. So.
People of Zion, we shall do a
All right, so we're coming to the tail end. There's a few things that we hit on, but let's fucking like rapid fire around this shit. What I want to talk about is artificial gravity. There are sci-fis that there's the spinny thing that makes the artificial gravity. Most of it is just like, no, it just exists and
Yeah.
it's bullshit,
Done.
and just never even discusses it.
Let's go ahead with bad guys want to be immortal. Why not?
Oh yeah, they totally
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I want to live forever.
I've watched The Highlander. It's going to suck for me.
That's like the end thing where all they're like getting the thing to become immortal, and it's like
Yeah.
You can't stop me from becoming God or immortal and shit.
Yeah.
That crosses genres though.
yeah,
Yeah, that crosses a lot of genres.
Ray, what do you got?
The one I really wanted to bring up is the fact that I'm doing a Quentin Tarantino show.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Plug yourself.
Well, damn right I am.
there were two other times during this podcast that Ray wanted to bring it up, but we had so much fun
It's
that
all
it
good.
was not
It's all
even
good, man.
like brought up. But yeah, no, Ray is doing a vaudevillian
Quentin Tarantino show. So Yeah.
like, tell us a little bit before we
I'll
break
read
out.
it right off the card. Sorry, because I think, and I bring this up because I want Tarantino to take on sci-fi. I really, really do. I think he would be an awesome sci-fi.
He has
director.
never touched sci-fi.
That's
Why has
true.
he not?
That's what I'm
It's like one of the
talking
few
about.
genres he hasn't touched.
That's
That
what
and
I'm
like
talking
straight
about.
horror.
Yeah.
He hasn't done straight horror.
Straight horror and
Yeah.
sci-fi. He would fucking rock that.
Valerian 2.
Yeah, I mean the closest he got, and he was just like an executive producer, is the little trailer at the end of Machete Kills, where Machete in space, and he was just an executive producer. So
Yeah, but they did do Machete in space, right?
no,
They
Not
haven't done
yet.
that?
not
No.
yet.
Okay.
No,
That's
Yeah,
supposed to be
they're
the next
talking about
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been talking about it for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a vaudeville with cheese. It's an old school vaudeville show. You got burlesque, you got comedy sketches, you got singers, you got dancers, you got fire dancers that are going to be there. It's going to be July 16th at the Firehouse Theater. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. Check out firehousetheater.org for details. But also, I'd like to add, I'm actually giving 10% of all proceeds to Richmond House, which is a wonderful organization that helps LGBTQ youth to get off the streets and things of this nature. So also you can win, I'm going too long, I apologize.
No.
You can
You're
win
fine.
a Pulp Fiction script in our raffle that's signed by Quentin Tarantino, Uma Thurman,
I'm sorry,
Samuel L.
what?
Jackson. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's signed by the majority of the cast that's in this.
What?
That's going to
Yeah.
be in our raffle.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
I might have
Yeah.
to.
That's
But
that's
you have
what's
to go
up.
to the show to get the raffle.
Ray, how does it feel to make 4 dudes erect at the same time since the last time you did it?
Oh, but that's true.
So how was Tuesday?
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's one of the things I wanted to talk about with the sci-fi tropes. It seems like there are only certain directors that do sci-fi. Like you don't see any real big name like Steven Spielberg tried to do it with whatever, and it's just War of the Worlds.
Or AI, who had
Yeah.
sex robots,
Oh,
obviously.
man,
I mean,
AI was
they-
so bad.
Yes, horrible.
But
Jude Law was a sex robot in that. I got to give it up.
I think it's a trope
that
that
regard,
all
so.
sci-fi movies have to be like the low-budget B bullshit stuff that a
Yeah.
lot of people come to expect. I think it's a trope that because it says sci-fi, it's going to be dumb. You know.
Oh, I mean, I brought it up briefly, but that's what I appreciate about like a movie like Looper.
Yeah.
Where the first movie that the director did was Brick, which is just
Oh, Brick is so
amazing.
good.
Like, amazing.
Brick is so
for
good.
him to take that and go into a sci-fi realm, but not beat you over the head with it, just time travel, but it's not a sci-fi movie. It's more of just what it is.
With the same
and that's-
actors. He
yeah,
carries
and,
some actors
and that's
over.
the thing is that's the kind of stuff that I appreciate is when you take a director who doesn't make a mark with sci-fi and then gets into sci-fi, but not overly Steven Spielberg in it.
And
I
then
guess.
Disney goes, "I will have you. Thank you very much.
And
Let's
which,
put
yeah,
you in the
there
Star
you go.
Wars universe."
That's
and,
right.
Yeah.
It's going to be, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to see the Patton Oswalt Star Wars movie. Though.
Oh
I do
no
wanna see
shit!
that.
Where the Marvel universe comes in and fucks around. But let's see other tropes. Ray's got his.
The military is always the bad guy in every
Always.
sci-fi film.
Every time.
Yeah.
That kind of ties into what I think Bruce said about the military never really believing the scientist. It kind of goes hand in hand where the military is just like, no, let's just fucking kill him. It's like, no, like some of them are good and you're actually going to like spur them on. And they're like, no, we're the military, fucking kill them. And then they.
No, the Viet Cong, I mean the aliens, has to go.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Charlie! What? Oh.
Yeah, right.
All right, Hunter, what do you got?
Last one I had was just kind of virtual reality, pretty much like Matrix or Inception, where pretty much you go into this other realm and it's like, you can do whatever you want. Oh, by the way, if you do die there, you also die in real life, where you kind of had that set rule on that. So,
or you might run into like a super weird Vincent D'Onofrio or Russell Crowe.
Right.
Like in virtual reality.
But yeah, that's kind of the set thing where like, oh, you can do whatever you want, but you will actually die too here, so you might want to be a little careful.
Yeah. Be careful. Lowdown, what do you got for a thing?
My other one was there's always this world of fucking hippies that don't know how to fucking protect themselves, and it kind of goes along with the we're the savior thing. It's like it's a catalyst for us to feel like we're saviors because we have to save this one planet that's just either it doesn't know anything but peace or it tries to live in peace, and if it's that where they try to live in peace, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Well, you see that a lot, especially in Star Trek, where there's that like that founders that like went to a planet and they're trying to live peacefully, and then the Federation's like, we want to be involved, and they're like, no, fuck off, and then another alien race shows up and they're like, no, we're kidding,
because
come
of the
back.
fucking Federation.
Yeah,
it's because of the fucking Federation.
Pretty much what you're saying is all of these establishments are France.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Switzerland.
Yeah.
Swiss are pretty neutral.
Yeah, but that's such a fucking regular trope.
Yeah, it's annoying. I'm like, why?
Even in fucking Mass Effect, like a game that I fucking love, there's like little like, we're a peaceful community, and the people that aren't peaceful are just like, well, then we are gonna take you over super easy. Like, this is so easy for us.
It gets. How did they become so advanced with never having to fight for any fucking thing? It makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, we're a wonderful society. We've been around for thousands of years. We've never had bullshit. Somebody tried to take your shit once. I know they did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you hid them under the shed.
this trope crosses everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it literally
We are
crosses.
peaceful.
Yeah,
Sure.
You sure you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to hit on before we get going here is language. In like, I'm a big fan of language, but in sci-fi, it's basically fucked. Like, you've got like the Babelfish in Hitchhiker's Guide and everything that translates, but it always translates to English.
Well, yeah.
Like, everything translates to English. Everything that you hear, even foreign sci-fi films, translate to fucking English. But the people that don't speak English in sci-fi films, like Chewbacca or fucking Groot, where they're speaking their own language, nobody speaks their language back to them. They speak English back to the person. So Groot had to learn English. Groot had fucking Chewbacca had to learn English. The fucking the education is on the immigrant and not that of the English speaking person.
I was actually gonna say
There's never a point that Han Solo's like, oh, like back at
Which
Chewbacca.
would have been amazing,
It
by
would
the
have
way.
been so
Awesome.
good.
Yeah, well, English is the language of white people, so there you
Yeah,
go. That's
yeah,
why we
but-
have that.
Yeah, there's no fucking Mexican space people.
Yeah.
There's no fucking There's no like, hey man.
I'm glad you tried to defend, say racism is bad by doing a racist accent.
That was really bad, by the way. Like, what the fuck was that? No, what I'm saying, I was gonna go with dialect. I mean, you have some really shitty movies with really bad dialect, like fucking Elysium.
Yeah.
Oh God, that movie.
What's her
pisses
face?
me off.
Jodie Foster. That was such a bad
I don't.
yeah.
What
bad
was that
accent.
supposed to be?
That was supposed to be like
'Cause-
Russian or something.
It was fucking.
What the fuck was that? She went through like 5 accents that movie,
Yeah.
and they all sucked.
Speaking of accents, all the bad guys in all of space ever are vaguely British.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for Cumberbatch, he's actually British.
No, but he even like vaguely Britishes the situation in space.
Yes.
It's because you want the smart
You don't want to. You don't want like
Something
Cockney.
snarky.
You know, like
Yeah.
I am gonna gotcha. I can't even.
The fuck was that?
What? Yeah. Were you
What was that?
Do you smell almonds? Are you having a stroke? What are you fucking doing over there, man?
This is further proof. I
master impressionist.
cannot. Yeah, master impression.
You just got to that
That
level.
was.
Alright.
You tried too late in the episode to do something like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
should
All right.
know.
We've got a million other things to hit on, but we are well past our time at this point. Thank you guys so much for listening to Geeks Under the Influence. Check out Ray. What date?
Vaudeville with Cheese. That would be July 16th, and at the Firehouse Theater. And I'm also doing a gender reverse stage reading of Snatch at Strange Ways Brewing Company on July 15th.
It's a weekend of fun.
Fuck yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, bitches.
Also, this is going to come out the same day as our America Fuck Yeah Trivia Night at Fallout.
Nice.
It's going to be an absolute blast. All America Fuck Yeah related, not necessarily just Team America related questions,
Nice.
but definitely America trivia.
America.
So come and check it out.
Like prostitutes.
You happen to listen to this episode early enough in the day that you can come out. It's 8 to 10-ish, probably like 10:30. At Fallout on the corner of like Grace and 18th.
18th Street.
Yeah. So come and check us out in Richmond, Virginia. And thank you guys so much for listening. Follow us on GUIpodcast.com, anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, any of that stuff. And join the conversation on all of our social media. Just look up Geeks Under the Influence or GUI Podcast to find all of our stuff throughout all of social media. And we will find you guys next week for another edition of Geeks Under the Influence. I'm Mike the Hobbit Bickett. Join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit.
Necronomicon gives us power to rise from the dead. You play to take, or play begins to spread. You can fight all you want, cause you felt to resist. We're here to take the world and rule with an iron fist. So join us or die, or I will swallow your soul.
GUIpodcast.com